So we got a really nice surprise today. I looked in our little egg bin from Carmella, the mountain horn dragon, and to my extreme surprise, one of the babies was just laying in there. I thought he was dead. And then he turned and kind of opened his eyes and looked up at me, and I was like, oh, he's definitely not dead. So, we had 4 eggs in this little bin. Actually, every single one of her first clutch didn't make it. But the 4, for whatever reason, that are in this container, they all look spectacular. And I would, check on them once or twice a week just to make sure. Everything I've read said that we should incubate at about room temperature, so that's what we were doing. And to be honest, these were really close to an air conditioning vent. So these eggs were probably pretty cool. They were definitely 68 degrees or under. So it was a huge shock, huge surprise this morning, but couldn't be more excited to welcome this little guy into the world. I couldn't believe that he fit into that egg. I mean, look at the size of these things in comparison. And I mean, he was inside of one of those. That's crazy to me. This little guy, he's probably every bit of 3.5 inches long. He's kind of cuddling my hand right now, but the little bugger, he jumped up and started running around when I thought he was dead, so it freaked me out pretty bad. But we're gonna basically just get him set up in a little deli cup until the rest of his yolk sac gets absorbed, and then oh my god, that's so cute. And then he's going to probably be on a diet of like red wigglers. Maybe we'll get him some small mealworms, some crickets, some little baby crickets, some isopods. See what he likes, and I'm sure his sisters and brothers will be hot on his trail because we get another egg inside the incubation chamber that looks really similar to the one that he came out of. So I'm guessing probably over the next 4 or 5 days he is going to be joined by his brothers and sisters. We're going to keep them all individually in a setup like this over here. He really likes it. Just a little temporary setup with just a tiny bit of foliage, just a peperomia cutting, and a piece of egg crate material that I kind of sanded down so he doesn't hurt himself on it. And that'll give him a little place to hide, a little place to climb, and then also he will be able to develop his little hunting skills. We're gonna probably drop a couple little insects in there for him in a day or so once his little egg sac on his belly has been absorbed. Let's see if he wants to hop in there. Boop. All right, buddy, it's time to go down. There you go. So I'm going to try to spin this so you can see where his egg sac is on his belly. It's kind of towards his vent. I can't really see it, but it's kind of towards his vent there. Get your leg caught. But as soon as he's done with that, we're going to put a couple of small insects in there for him or her and see what happens. But so far so good. We're going to probably continue to keep at room temperature, maybe slightly warmer, for the next couple of days, and then they're going to, once the rest of them are hatched and eating separately, then we'll put them in a community grow out tank and try to grow them up that way. And we are probably going to keep them together until it becomes apparent that it's an issue, just because actually, to be honest, just because of space constraints and time constraints, we're going to keep them all together because they're probably going to only be with us for a little while. We may choose a couple of holdbacks for a breeding pair, but we're not sure yet. So if you are interested in one of the babies, for sure, reach out and let us know. As soon as they're up and running and strong and we're confident that they're going to be okay and viable, then these guys will be available. So that's it. Vernon with Reptilia Exotica saying baba booey to y'all. Have a good weekend.